Good afternoon. Out for a little four-wheel drive adventure today in Ngarkat National Park or Conservation Park on the Victorian South Australian border, just out from Pinaroo. I've just called in at Pinaroo and filled up with diesel, and it's an overcast day today. There's been spitting rain, there's been a bit of moisture here, but we'll see how we go in the sand. So Ngarkat Conservation Park, South Australian Victorian border. The border track heading to Ngarkat National Park or Conservation Park looks good at the moment. Just heading south along the border track, and we're on to join between farming. We've got farming country on either side, and we've got the fence lines here where the silly buggers have been playing around with the state boundary over the years, and we've got a beautiful bit of bush, beautiful bit of Mallee, and that rain we had is causing a little bit of mud too, which is just being kicked up now. On our way to Pine Hut Soak camping area. I'm going for a little walk. It said there's supposed to be a place down here called the fish ponds. Might be fish here in a minute. It's starting to rain. We'll see how we go. They call this area the fish ponds. There's not a lot of water here now, but apparently it's just it's just another soak, and it makes a sand dune. I don't know how well you can see this, but see some of the little flowers that are out here. There's a map of Ngarkat Conservation Park. We've come down through Scorpion Springs. We're at Pine Hut Soak at the moment. We're going to go down tomorrow down the centre track. Down there. Across to the border fence. And down to Red Bluff. Then we'll go down further, back out and around. And we'll come back in up here, Dark Island Road, go across there to Bucks Camp, and then up across to the reserve, Mount Rescue, and then up, back up to Lamaroo. So that's what we're looking at tomorrow. Well, here we are at Pine Hut Soak, and I've got my little antenna up to a tree over there to talk to Ed tonight. He specifically requested me to put my antenna up, so who am I to deny a specific request? And I'm a little comfortable here. I got my tea brewing. It's a funny tin. It's chunky stock pot soup, but it doesn't exactly look like the label, does it? It's sort of come out a bit funny. I've banged some sliced green beans in it to put a bit of interest, and I've also stuck the ever-present McKenzies Sun, Moon and Stars. Do you know why I picked the Sun, Moon and Stars McKenzies powder? I don't know why, but Sun, Moon and Stars. Sun, Moon and Stars. It's a Sun, Moon and Stars Nissan. The Nissan Dowdy's a Sun, Moon and Stars car, so I picked the Sun, Moon and Stars curry powder. Banged a bit of that in to give it a bit of colour and to give me a bit of colour, and it's sort of Doesn't exactly come out looking like the tin, you know. It's got me a bit worried, this. It's looking a little there at the moment. So we'll have a go at that. At least it'll be hot and nourishing, so that's the main thing. I'll have that. Actually, I was going to bang some of these in it, but I thought that might be pushing me luck too far. So we'll save them for later on. The flies have found me. Yeah, they're about a couple of kilometres behind, but they finally caught up. And they're here in ever-present numbers, but listen to the birds. It's absolutely magnificent here. Here on my own. The yowies haven't come out yet. This is yowie country, you know. The yowies come out here. And it's absolutely magnificent, the bush. Bit different to north of Lake Torrens and that area. It's quite verdant. There's a good word, isn't it? Verdant. Look it up in your dictionary. Verdant. Don't ask me how to spell it. And we'll see you in the morning. We're going along the fence in the Ngarkat National Park, Conservation Park. We're going on the one-way road. There's a big warning back there that abandon ye all hope who goes beyond. This is a one-way road. We're in the Ngarkat Conservation Park, and just over the fence there is Victoria's big desert conservation park. So we're in the middle of two conservation parks here. And it's all very interesting. Big sand eel up ahead. Had to let the tyres down, 20 pounds front, 25 pounds back. Got stuck on the first dune. Never mind. My Googs track strategy doesn't work here. There's too many twists and turns. We have to go like this. Second gear. And give it a few revs. As you can see, it's not a walk in the park. The old area was going a bit of it, eh? The old Nissan Dowdy, eh? The old Nissan Dowdy, and we go downhill, yeah. Gets a bit of a rest between the hills, doesn't it, eh? Oh, look at that. Isn't that magnificent? Being one way, of course, you can't turn around and go back. While I've got a bit of time is take that little aerial down. Don't want that getting bashed around, do we? Oh, it looks like we've got an easy bit here, so we'll actually go into third gear. A little bit between the dunes are fine, no problem there. The bush is getting fairly narrow now, fairly narrow little track. I see we've got another hill up ahead, so we can build up our revs. Gain a little bit of momentum. This is going to knock hell out of my fuel economy, isn't it? My little litres per 100 kilometre isn't going to be too good. Look at that magnificent view up there. I'll just come out a bit. There's the road ahead there. You can see it going up in the hill there. Going straight along the South Australian Victorian border. Looks like someone had a little bit of trouble getting through here when it was damp. We're obviously down on the clay section now. It looks like there's been a bit of a fire going through here. Not long ago, but all the bottoms of the trees have re-sprouted. So there's no great drama there. Even the trunk of that one's re-sprouted. But gee, look at these ruts. No, I don't. It wasn't a bad high clearance vehicle. It went, the last one that went through the ruts, he missed most of it. Still a bit damp at the bottom of some of them. I reckon we'll get back to the sandy country pretty soon. Won't be any worries about that. As you can see, all the non-native trees are all burnt back. Well, they're native trees, but they're not eucalypts. But what happens with the eucalypts when they get burnt back is they re-sprout new growth from the bottom, from the underground root system down there. So although the parent plant dies, the bush re-sprouts from the root system. As you can see, it's all around here. Very quiet without the little birds that flying through. Another thing that happens in a fire is the seed pods of the banksia open up, and you can see the seed pods there have opened up and deposited their seeds on the ground. And down here you'll find, when the next rains come, you've got hundreds and hundreds of seeds from the parent plant. So although the parent plant has died, you've got seeds all over the ground ready to go. As you can see, there's a few of these banksias around. So the bush will regenerate. It's just a matter of getting a bit of rain and allowing a little bit of time. Come on, old Dowdy, you can do it. There we go. As you can see, the fire left a couple of little green islands out there. Doesn't look like a very good one. The old diesel sounds as if it's just about valve bouncing, doesn't it? 3,200 revs.
I guess so.
It's a trig point. We'll go and have a look. We've got to go down over there. That's along the Victorian South Australian border. And it's fairly burnt out at the moment. There's the road we come up on. When the fire goes through, it sometimes burns all the foliage, but it doesn't actually kill the tree, and you end up with regrowth occurring on the tree itself, like this. Yakka responds to fire by immediately turning to flower and shooting. So you can see here it's all burnt brown around here, but the black boys immediately shot into flower. We're out of the burnt out area and we finally got some scrub back. You'll notice these beautiful purple flowers here. It's absolutely magnificent. More like what it's supposed to be like. Well, that's the end of the one-way section of road in Ngarkat Conservation Park. I'd give it the TP 5-star rating for being prepared to work in sand. I've got the window open and you can smell the eucalyptus smell coming in the window, and it's a nice sandy track. A few tea trees on either side with the eucalypts. A little bit narrow, she scrapes down the side of the car each side. Fire, Ngarkat Conservation Park, grid reference 966 444. AMG zone 5411. 64R96604440. You can see the fence between Victoria and South Australia. That fence, I'll just back up and show you something. back up and show you something. See that hole there? See that hole there through the fence? That's where a bloody Victorian has snuck into the best state, South Australia. The bastards. The Mallee has disappeared both sides. I've been past Red Bluff. What's worrying me is a bit of a squeal coming from one of the wheels. I think it might be the brake squealing, but I'm not sure. I'm going to get someone in Bordertown to have a look at it if I can. The country's changed, the country's opened up, we're into pastoral country. That's South Australia. Oh dear, oh dear. And Victoria's gone into pastoral country too, so we're in Bordertown. We're called into the Nissan dealer in Bordertown. He had a look at me problem, and he said that the seals in the front wheels, both sides, have got a bit of dust in them, so it squeals. He didn't like the amount of play in the front wheel bearings, so he tightened them up. The best deal in town, he did it for $19 exactly. Wickham Flower, the Nissan dealership in Bordertown. If ever you're in Bordertown, I can thoroughly recommend it. And I was expecting about 90 bucks or something to do the wheel bearings, but $19 she said, not 90, 19. So I was quite taken aback. On the southern border of Ngarkat, we're heading west. We've been to Bordertown, we've come back out. There's pastoralist property over there, and we're at the very southern edge of Ngarkat Conservation Park. Going along the road, it's approximately 4:30. I'm heading for Rabbit Island Soakage Camp in Ngarkat Conservation Park. We're back in the park now. We're actually in the Mount Rescue Conservation Park section of Ngarkat. We're heading for camp tonight. I reckon we're around about 10 k's to go, so we'll probably get there around about 5, which is probably the right time to camp. Beautiful bit of bush here at the moment. All the large stuff is gone. Probably had a fire through here at some stage, or this was a pastoral lease or something. Fairly close in each side, and I've still got the tyres pumped up from when I went into Bordertown, so we're doing alright. We're doing alright. Beautiful bit of bush. Beautiful bit of bush. Have a look at that. And the weather looks as if it's going to close in. Looks like we're going to get a few showers soon, which is alright here because this is the sandy country we're back in. Good evening. Listening to the four-wheel drives. I'm at a little spot called Rabbit Island Soakage, and we're just nestled here amongst the trees. I got my antenna hooked up there in the tree, and we're just getting settled in for the night at the moment. And I know I say this every night, but tonight I really have got something really special. I got a 3 meat mix, tuna. I'll tell you what it is before I show you, alright? It's tuna, ham and oysters with peas, and it all comes up beautiful. Look at that. We got an oyster there, we got a bit of tuna there, we got a bit of ham there, and some peas, and it's sitting in a nice broth. And that's going to heat up. Beautiful. We'll just put the lid on that, and I'm just going to let that simmer for a little while. Put some pepper on it, and I don't think it needs curry tonight. This is one thing I don't think this one needs curry. So see, me stocks are still going all right. Me stocks of tucker are still going all right, and we've got a bit of dust in here today. I forgot to turn the fan on the car. I left the window down. But this is obviously the soakage here, and it's called Rabbit Island Soakage, and it's really in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Mount Rescue Conservation Park. So well, I think we're going to have a good night here, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Yes, rather good spot, I think. Good morning. It's just past 5:45 in the morning, and I've left Rabbit Soak campsite, and we're on our way to Buck's campsite. It's a beautiful morning this morning. The air's perfectly still. It looks a little overcast, but that'll burn off in the morning. It's going to be a beautiful day today. I've let down the tyres a little bit, but I don't think I need to here, eh? This part of the country would be absolutely magnificent when the Banksias are out in flower, but at the moment some of the wattles and that are all out in flower, and it looks absolutely magnificent. Better than that burnt out section we saw before, eh? A place called Buck's Camp. This is the camping area at Buck's Camp. I actually think it's a lot better than Rabbit Island Soak. There's another one of your fire poles, Murray. We're going up that way. That road there. 129 miles up. We're fairly high here. I'll just take you for a run around. It's a nice view here, but all you get to see is scrub and mallee. As far as the eye can see. 9261539. Just going along the road from Mount Rescue. I use the term road in its broadest sense. Scratch, scratch, scrape, scrape, scratch, scratch, scrape, scrape. I've taken the John Laws aerial down, I've wound that down, but I've still got the Flying Doctor aerial on. Interesting little road. It'll look a lot better, or look a lot different. There's still a lot of wildflowers out. There's waratahs, I think they're called. There's millions of them. They'd be absolutely magnificent when they're out in flower, but the park will probably be full of people then looking at the flowers. On our way out to a place called Box Flat Ruin, or Box Flat camping area as well. Got caught a little wet while back there, lost about 2 litres of water in the back of the car. So I got the towel sitting there on the front bumper there, drying out. I hope the back of the car dries out a bit before I have to go to sleep for the night too, but there's a lot of things wet at the back. We've found the actual border track. That's South Australia through there, the pastoral country, and this is Victoria. This is the actual road running along the fence. There's no road on the actual map here, but I do know it does go all the way up the border. What a good little track. As you can see, I've taken most of my aerials. I've taken them off. It's a good run through here. It's a good run down through here. Good run, and not many people go down the border track itself too. It's a good run through the park. It'd be nice to have a nice little car down through here sometimes, but the old big Nissan, she fits through a lot of little holes. We're going to crest up here. We go down through here. So this is travelling north in the Murray Sunset National Park on the South Australian Victorian border. Got a few scratches on the car I have to polish out, won't I? Ah well, there's a lot of scratches in the old car now. I think she's been well and truly christened, you could say. Mick calls them battle scars. You haven't done battle until you've got some scars, he says, so I've certainly done battle. I'm in Murray Sunset National Park, up near Lindsay Island. about just out of Renmark, about 50 k's out of Renmark. I think I found a spot here. Here's the road, or a road. I'll get back onto a better road in the morning. I've got my little aerial set up, running up to the top of the tree there. Should be good tonight. Should have a good contact there. I've cooked up some tea, and I had 3 meats last night, didn't I? Lost my little lens cap. I had 3 meats last night, so I got me baked beans tonight with sweet corn, and I've put a few pardon me, I'll put a few smoked oysters in, a bit of pepper, a bit of curry, and it sort of comes up like this. Ooh, look at that. I might put some thickening agent in it in a minute. I might put some thickening agent in. Where's my thickening? Here's my thickening agent. Bit of potato whip. Put a bit of that in, eh? Wah, 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 wah. Put that over there. And oh, it's already working. I might put a bit more in there. It's going to be a fair meal tonight. I am fairly hungry. Not as hungry as I was last night with my 3 meats. Yes, when you're out camping, you really you must have your meat. Look, that's brought that up good now. That's just how I want it. I'll stir that up. I'm going to put the lid on that. Put that back in there. Taking up a bit of a spot. Oh, the cans keep falling down the bottom. What is that? Herb and garlic tempters. That sounds nice. I'll have to have that one day. Yeah. Ah dear, let's have a look. That's not too bad. Had a good run today. The only time I'm lost is now. No, it's had a good run today. Ran down the border. The border between New South Wales, South Australia and Victoria, and ran over the highway and come up here towards the Mallee, just trying to find a spot off the highway to camp. Had to fumble around for a while, but found a spot here. Not unless some park ranger comes along and says, "Oh, private property here, you can't camp here." But I don't suppose they do that now. They haven't really said much about camping in the park in the brochure, but got a bit of dust in the car again. We can't have that, can we? I'll see you in the morning, and we'll go home tomorrow. I'm thinking of popping up and having a look at the Murray up here, and then come into Renmark and then home. I've got some tapes in there. It's going to be a boring run home. I probably won't videotape that very much. But I've got some tapes in there. I've got some vintage Tony Hancock. Magnificent. So I'll play that on the way back. How's me? See, look, that whip works real good. Look. You made a meal of that now. You made a meal of that. That's really good. How did you like me videotaping with the camera taped to the front of the car? Did it go good? I'll be looking forward to seeing that bit. I'll see you in the morning. Bye. This is the fruit fly stop at Renmark. Cars over this side. I better go back. Bridge over the River Murray at Renmark. That's called Paring. Not a very wide bridge, is it really? back through Burra, at the Burra mine in the about 1850s. This place was a thriving metropolis. That's the end of another video. We'll see you next time.